Okie dokie. Look at me being an adult and getting dressed. I know I'm excelling at life right now. It's amazing. Also, it only happened because I was freezing. So freaking cold. So let's add to the playlist. Let's share this babe on Twitter. Today we are doing Puka's 3 licorice tea. I'm very excited about this one. I like licorice. I know some people don't like licorice. You're weird. And it's licorice from Kazakhstan, Georgia, and Egypt. So cool. We have our water. Still warm. Yeah, I tried the tea from the other day. It was still delicious. Very good. Put it in. There we go. Now let's forget about it. Set the timer. Oh my goodness. It smells good. Ooh. It's a lot more fragrant than what I was expecting. Okay, so I'm going to start the clock for 15 minutes and then start. Ta-da. Also, hey Kim, what's up? I also still have a pastry left over that I got as a surprise from Prince Charming, which I haven't finished it. Oh, 15 minutes for the tea. So today we're having 3 licorice by Puka. I don't know why I bother showing this because it comes up backwards, but it should be delicious. And we're having a raspberry Cuberdon, and we're going to be studying law, which I don't know if you were here this morning, but we already studied it a little bit because I'm very far behind. So, put all that on the ground because we're done with it. Let's get the law stuff out. Are you going to study too? Ooh, good job. Law is very slow going because I decided that it would be a good idea for me to mark down all the articles that he actually highlights in the slides. So that takes a whole bunch of time, and I'm still on only chapter 3. There's 11. Ooh, thesis literature review. That just sounds difficult and painful, so I'm gonna wish you luck. Let's study then. So, good to ignore you now. Going to commercial law. That's not where it is. Oh, I haven't even downloaded the other chapters. And I am on slide 16. Okay, wait a minute. What is the difference between these two things? Okay, I think this just goes to explain the rules. With Article 22. And which pen is this? The pink one. None of those. Oh, it's coming over here. Pink one. Pink. Okay, so let's go back up. So Article 25 first, because that's the one he points out. Choice of court. Okay, choice of court of law by the parties given or evidence is written in common practice and usage. Okay, I think he means part A of it, so. Okay, if parties, regardless of their domicile, have agreed that a court or the courts of a member state are to have jurisdiction to settle any dispute which has arisen or which may arise in connection with a particular legal relationship, that court or those courts shall have jurisdiction unless the agreement is null and void as to its substantive validity under the law of that member state. Such jurisdictions shall be exclusive unless the parties have agreed otherwise. The agreements conferring jurisdiction shall be either in written or evidence in writing, in a form which accords with practices which the parties have established between them, or in international trade or commerce, so it's B and C, or A and C, in which accords with the usage of that. Okay, so it's okay. Not possible or limited to the following specific rule cases. Example, Article 15. We'll just circle those. Article 15, Article 19, and Article 23. Okay. And then litigation related to individual employment, Article 20 to 23. So Article 22, an employer can only start proceedings against its employee before the court of a country with the employee. Okay. So you want to underline this then. And Article 21, what is this? The employer can be sued by his employee before the court of the country where the employee is domiciled or where the employee usually carries out his work or used to work. Okay, so okay, wait, what? Can be sued. Oh, we're the employer. Okay. That actually, am I looking at the wrong article? Because this is Article 22. And then this is Article 21. And that's not what it's saying, because an employee can be sued by the employee can sue the employer. So an employer domiciled in a member state may be sued in a court of a member state in which he is domiciled, or in another member state in a court for the place where or from. Okay, so it's this one. Okay. Specific rules 17 and 19. Okay. Consumer contracts concluded by a person which can be regulated as being outside of his trade or profession, or the contract has been concluded with the seller who pursues commercial and professional activities in the member states of the consumer's domicile. So, okay, so that's part C. Okay, wait. It's also Article 17. Oh, wait, no, we still have 18. Okay. Proceedings may be brought against a consumer by the other party to the contract only of the courts of the member state in which the consumer is domiciled. So, part 1. Okay, and then back to 17. Branch in member state equals company deemed to be domiciled in another member state. Okay, and online sales. The fact a business is directly commercially active to another member state through a website is enough for a consumer to invoke his right under Article 17. Okay, so those are exceptions. We should probably write that down. So we're going to say it's Article 17. And this is for our Brussels 1 reg. Brussels 1 reg. Okay. This. Commercially active Okay. Article 11. Okay, litigation related to insurance matters, Articles 10 through 16. But specifically with Article 11, insurer can be sued in member states where domiciled and others. So, okay, the tea is done. So while we do that, we'll take a little break. And then I shouldn't be taking breaks during law because so what I do is read through the article and make a summary type. Yeah, that seems to be a thing in Belgium, and I've quite honestly never heard of that, making summaries. And the only thing I can think is like, perhaps it's similar to a study guide, or maybe I'm just old. Ooh, this is a bit more bitter than I would like. Okay, so I do flashcards. That's my way of studying. It works. I just misplaced my pen. I hit it. Okay, so okay, branch and member state. Oh, okay, so that's the if there's a okay, so it's number 2 basically. It's this way and click. So that was Article 11, and then legislated related to matters with exclusive jurisdiction, Article 24. Wait. I think it was this way. Oh, this is backward. That's the problem. Yes, that was the problem. Okay. So again, I lost a page. So Article 24, immovable property, courts in the country where the property is situated. The following courts in the member state shall have exclusive jurisdiction regardless of the domicile of the parties. So in proceedings which have their object rights in rem in movable property. So this one's important. Number 1. The dissolution of legal persons or company, court in the country where the legal person or company have their seat. Okay, let's turn the page this way. Okay, and then section 4 is about trademarks, so okay, so that's it. Wait, dissolution of legal persons or companies. Oh, okay, it's 2. Okay. And then case it's an exercise. So cool, we're done with that. Awesome. Now we finish chapter 3. These are flashcards. We can keep this in there. Let's mark that down. Chapter 3 is completed. Yay. Oh, I don't think I finished Choice of Court. Did I mark that down? Article. Oh, I did do that. Okay, so this is complete. So let's mark that down. With the exception of the case. And now we can do session 4. Say 4, and this is jurisdiction cases and like civil law. You want to go under law. And you want, I hate Roman numerals. They're dumb. Oh, and this is the really important case. And then we need this. Okay. So, jurisdiction, cases, and applicable law. So I think, okay, recap of IPL and jurisdiction, solving tricks, and then jurisdiction case, great, and then intro. Okay, so this is a recap. So IPL is a body of rules or procedures of procedural law that regulates private relationships between people of different nationalities. It determines which legal system and the law of which jurisdiction will apply to a legal dispute among private individuals. I just realized I didn't set my timer for when this needs to be done. So let's do that now. It's 15 minutes, give or take. International private law deals with the main questions concerning international conflict in relations to between private parties, jurisdiction, applicable law, and then avoiding judgments. Okay, so solutions to legal problems arises out of European private legal relationships, procedural solutions for the international aspects, not providing the solution for the underlying substantive case. Okay, so we focus on EU international private law, which follows Brussels I, Rome I, and II regulations. So case solving tricks in general. Always refer to the legal grounds in your answers. Practicing law is finding an authority to solve a problem and or to support your point of view. It's not just randomly giving your opinion or easily repeating things you memorize. And think about general rules and specific rules. For example, exceptions as a possible solution of a case or as a possible potential combination of solutions for different aspects of the case. Okay, so mention your reasoning in your answer on a case. If your answer is correct to receive a full score, I want to see that you've reasoned correctly and not made a quick guess on the member state involved in the case. If your answer is not correct, your reasoning could possibly generate a score if it's logical and partly correct. So examples. Brussels I regulation is applicable because the case is about a civil or commercial matter and the defendant is living in a member state. Since Barry is acting outside his trade and profession, Article 17(1), he is a consumer, and since company XO pursues commercial or professional activities in a member state of the consumer domicile, it's about a consumer contract in this case. So the specific rule applicable on consumer contracts apply. This means that competent court is a Romanian court according to Article 18.1 Brussels 1 instead of okay, so a whole bunch of blah blah blah. Okay, another example, Brussels 1 is applicable since there are no specific rules that apply here. We fall back on the general rule of Article 4. Conchita is the defendant since she is a Spanish girl, and since there is no indication that she lives elsewhere, I presume that her domicile is Spain, and so Spanish court is the competent court instead of Spanish court. Okay, so basically he wants paragraphs when solving cases. Okay, and this might be interesting. Okay, civil or commercial is Brussels 1 regulations. Contract, tort, crime, and property is alternatives to general rules. And contract, sales, delivery, services, consumer is specific rules, sometimes exclusive jurisdiction. Okay, I think so. I don't know how I want to write this down. Oh goodness. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to that. Okay, so I don't want to work on cases, so we're not going to do that. Case, 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 case. Wait, is this also a repeat? I think this is also a repeat. Okay, no, this is applicable law. Did we do IPL applicable law? Oh, the things. Okay, we did international commercial law, sources of international commercial law, European law. This is TEU, sources of EU, international private law, sources of IPL. Oh, this is what I'm thinking of. Okay. Sources of IPL, which is the Brussels regulation and Rule 1 and 2. But then you have IPL general sources, which is just the room or the Brussels thing. Conflict rule, IPL general issues, IPL jurisdiction. It's also IPL. Okay. So this will be IPL, applicable law. Oh, these are the main sources. Okay, they're done. I'm done. Okay, this is a IPL, applicable law sources. Okay, I'm awake. So IPL is round 1 and tort Just row 2. Okay, hold on. We need row 1 regulations, and that was green. Okay. I think that means that we're done with this section, so we can put that there. Do not fall. Okay, so regulation applies to contractual obligations. Applies in situations involving a conflict of law to a contractual obligation in civil and commercial matters. Article 1. Okay, so the thing I learned today is that reading text has like all these number thingies that aren't important. Just as Article 1. Okay. Okay, so doesn't give an overview of like things that are important. So Article 1. Universal application of indicative law 2. I'm thinking I don't like the tea. It's not that yummy. Okay, so choice of law clause. The contract shall be governed by the law chosen by the parties. The choice shall be expressed or clearly demonstrated by the terms of the contract. So it's number 1. Article 3. Parties who are living or are established in distant countries nationally irrelevant. Article 6(2). 6. Unless it's Article 4. Unless it's Article 6 and 2. To non-mandatory law. So, notwithstanding paragraph 1, the parties may choose the law applicable to a contract which fulfills the arrangements of unless it's Article 6, paragraph 2 maybe? No. I don't understand the numbering of this. Okay, so for 6. Okay, I'm gonna circle these because I don't know what he's talking about. So we'll just circle Article 6. And Article 4. And then for Article 3, I already did that. And now we're in room 2. What color is room 2? Room 2 is purple. Room 2 must be really short. Oh, it's only like 4 pages. Okay. There we go. It starts here. This is not important bit. Okay, so this is all tort. Okay, so on applicable law to non-contractual obligations, so applies in situations involving a con. Oh, okay. Dismiss. Don't need to figure that out. Yay. Hold on, what did I do? Oh, poo. Okay, this is what happened. Oh, yeah. Thinking it might be beneficial for me to go through the pages and like highlight them a little bit. So let's put this up. So we got to slide 21. So slide 21. Okie dokie. Can get rid. Oh, I forgot to put away the flashcards. So I can get rid of that. And we can say hello, people. Actually, let's open up the study thing so I can mark down crap that I did. Actually, have to go click the file. I was working on Excel, so all the recently open Excel files are not my study thing. So weird. And oh, I only have 2 thingies left, but it's accounting. I have to get through 4 exercises per day. And I think, hold on, there was 37. And today is day 8, so we'll say there's 8. How many have I done? I don't think I've done any, because I took my break. Calculator, so 37 divided by 8. Okay, now it's 5 exercises a day. However, I know I've done some of them. I'm gonna eat my little cherry pastry. Okay, so we have accounting stuff. Should need this. I will want the erasable pencil and the erasable pen. Strike some more tea. You know, that has that really nice licorice taste, but then it just goes bitter. So it's not that pleasant. I prefer the sweet licorice, not the bitter like licorice. But that's just me. Okay, we need to turn down the heat because oh my goodness, it's getting warm. So the okay. I think if I remember correctly, I was going over a bit of theory because I didn't really remember the stuff from the beginning. But I think I finished at least the first exercise. And then I wanted to see, I think I decided that I was going to work on the exercises where I had the answers to them. So that oh, I remember now, because I think it comes in not in class, and then so yeah, exercise 2, because we don't have 2, and this was exercise 3. Okay, yeah, so okay, yeah, so this is exercise 3, and then because we didn't get to exercise 3, that's the balance sheet that we have to create. And then what's exercise 4? Okay. And then 5. and 6. Okay, so there are 3 exercises here. So let's work on those and see how much I remember and forgot. So right there. We don't need this, but so I don't forget, I'll just put this all together. There's this part of me that wants to honestly disconnect and go work in the living room, since this is mostly going to be me typing. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do, because this will be mostly me typing, and this chair isn't comfy. And then maybe I'll work on some law again. Or I'll work on product development. I don't know, but I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to go hang out in the living room with my family a little bit. So I'm still going to be studying. So keep on studying, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Tootsies, my apple scenes.